Salve, I'm Lord Salvator, and these are 10 problems with democracy that Gerontocracy can fix. Number 10. Income inequality. Income inequality, for the sake of being in charge, or for the sake of your gender or race, will be more heavily monitored. Number 9. Voting rights. Everyone gets to vote in a democracy, but that's problematic. There are certain groups who shouldn't be able to vote, especially groups who are criminals, or groups which are not into politics at all. There's a certain amount of intellect you need to make the right decisions. Number 8. Environment policies. Whilst we want a greener world, we definitely do, and we want to try to make things more expendable, there are certain policies currently in place, or in the making, that go against economic growth. Economy must not suffer for the sake of environmental policies, but environmental policies must go green. Number 7. Mental health. Mental health is way more important in the gerontocratic standard, for people's mental health shows how healthy an entire civilization is in general. Number 6. Food shortages. Food shortages will be fought with extensive systems. These systems will make sure that there will be food in every place all the time. Number 5. Incoherent infrastructure. Democracies tend to have an incoherent infrastructure, one that I will fix with my infrastructure plan. An infrastructure plan that will make expansion very, very symmetrical. Number 4. Corruption. My security systems in place in the Gerontocracy ideology make corruption nigh impossible. Number 3. Careless regulations. In most of Western democratic societies, there are careless regulations that do not care about the general people. But with my system, where the people in the government are held responsible for the actions that they do, for the consequences of those actions to the people, this will be less of a problem. Number 2. Integrity. I want to bring back integrity to society, but also government. This is also one of the reasons why I want the amount that people make in the government to be equal to the average of the country. Someone who works for the government is not allowed to make more than the average annual income. The reason for that, at least with that job specifically that they're doing, the reason for that is because people can often be swayed to live in their high and mighty society without being taken aback. Now, we don't want complete socialism or communism because that's disgusting and it's always going to lead to totalitarian states, but we do want some regulation when it comes to how much an official makes. Number 1. Criminal justice. Criminals are treated like kings in prisons. They get food, they get shelter, they get even entertainment. But this is not what it should be like for the high-end criminals. I'm talking about pedophiles and child murderers. They should be sent to hellfire camps, which are hell on earth. And this is not just meant as simply torture for those as a punishment. This is meant as a sort of scare tactic. People are less likely to fight when they know that hell awaits them. And so people might say, well, what about death? Well, not everyone's afraid of death. So euthanasia would also not be that great. Besides, every life matters. And they can still be useful in those camps.